guys, welcome to part 2 of my small business prep. In part 1, I shared with you guys the 10 steps that I followed to have a successful launch. On part 2, I'm gonna be sharing where I get all my supplies, and at the end of this video, stay at the end of this video so you can find out how much I made on launch day and how much I made in 4 hours after I launched on launch day. Keep watching.
Cooking Made Easy.
Behind the Scene, Part 2.
If that is your first time stopping by my channel, my name is Claude Mott and I am the owner and founder of Reusable Seasoning. Reusable Seasoning is an e-commerce website where we sell organic green seasoning, organic meat seasoning, organic hot pepper sauce, organic jerk marinade, organic barbecue marinade, and during the holiday we also sell organic crémasse. If you're Haitian, you know what crémasse is. So if you're interested in trying our product, I'll make sure to have the link in the description below. In this channel, guys, I mostly post quick and easy recipe that I make using the organic seasoning from my product, but also I share small business tips and I also share behind the scene of how I prepare for my launch. If that is something that interests you, please consider subscribing. Alright, let's get started. In part 1, guys, I shared with you all the tips that I followed to have a successful launch. Now in part 2, we're going to see how everything comes together, where I'm going to share with you guys where I get my supplies. So first one, for the first part is sourcing your supplies. So for my supplies, for my product label, I got my product label from online labels. Online labels is really good. You can buy black label if you have an inkjet printer, which that's what I have. You can buy your black label, and when you buy labels from online labels, they allow you to use their software for 1 year. When they send you your labels with the receipt, they're gonna give you a code that you can go to the Maestro. The link of their software is Maestro. So they give you a code, and with that code you can use their software to add any pictures that you have and to print them in label. So using online labels, I was able to buy black labels and added my logo in there and print them to put on my jars. So online labels is a great website where you can go to get your labels, get your black labels, add your logos in there, add whatever you need for your product and just add them on your jars. And this is how my product looks like. I got the black label from online labels and added my logos and just added on my jars. It looks very professional, and you can get waterproof label as well because my labels are weatherproof as well. And for the second part, guys, all my jars, my shrinking bands, my ice pack, I got them from webstorage.com. Guys, WebStorage is really good. I know a lot of people who buy jars in bulk, they usually get them, you know, either from AliExpress or I'm not really sure, but I decided to go with a company that is within the US because the jars that I wanted and the way they are, I wanted to have a certain bulk, and Web Restaurant was very affordable for me as well. So these are my glass jars. This is the 16 ounce, and I also got the lid. I don't know if you can see the shrinking bands. You are going to see all of that in the video because, guys, this video is mostly a voiceover and I'm showing you guys behind the scene of me working. But I got my jars, my lid, my shrinking band all from webstorage.com. And for my stickers, guys, these stickers that I put on top of my jars, those were very easy. I got these thermal stickers from Amazon. I'm going to make sure to have the link of everything that I use below. I got them from Amazon and I use Canva to add what I needed. Like this one is the organic green seasoning. I went on Canva, write organic seasoning, and these were circle labels, and I just write the size of the label that I needed and put it in a thermal printer and print it. This was very easy and affordable because I was able to get 500 stickers like this for $5, and I use a thermal label. The thermal label only use heat. You don't need no ink, so it is very affordable to print your stickers. I also print stickers for my jars using the thermal label, and I also put my thank you stickers that I put on my packaging when I'm shipping my product, using that same process as well. So get yourself a thermal label. You can get a thermal label printer on Amazon for $50 or $80, and you can get those stickers. You go on Canva, you can use the free version on Canva, do your design and print them. One thing about thermal label is they print only in black. They don't use ink, they only use heat. They print only in black, so you can buy different color of your sticker and just print them in there. Very easy and affordable. And also using those stickers, guys, it makes everything look more professional. I hope you guys can see. Another thing that I did was my nutrition label. I have another video on my YouTube channel on how I make and print my nutrition label, and I also use a thermal printer for that as well. I got the thermal label from Amazon. I got 500 for $10 and used my thermal label to print them. Very easy. If you want to see that process, I'm gonna make sure to have the link up here. You can go ahead and watch that to see how I make my nutrition label. And a question that I always get from people is how I secure my lid. Yes, before I had this type of lid, I used to use a mason jar sealer that used to suck up the air on the bottle and used to tight them. I don't use that anymore. So now what I use is a foam lid. The foam lid is I just put it in the jar, seal the jar, and it seals the jar so that there's no leakage and there's no oxygen going through, and preserve everything in there as well. It is a very good step from canning, because I didn't want to still sealing the jars, because this type of jars I don't think you can use the same vacuum sealing. So I use a foam lid to seal the jars. And you can also get the foam lid from Amazon as well. I'm going to make sure to have the link in the description below. And one thing, as you might see me using in this video with the drill, is the electric bottle capper. This was a game changer, guys. After becoming a mom, carrying my baby every day, my wrist started hurting. When I was preparing for my launch, where I had to tie up all these jars by myself, it was painful in my wrist. If you're a new mom, you can understand what I'm saying. So that electric bottle capping, guys, I got it from Amazon. And what you can do, you don't have to get the whole drill. So what I did is I buy the bottle cap by itself and attach it to a drill that I brought from Home Depot for, I believe, like $40-50, but you can find cheaper drill. What I am going to do is I am also going to get a cheaper drill, because the drill that I brought had too much power in it, and when I was tying the cap, I was a little bit scared that I was going to break the jar. So you can buy a cheap drill, it'll do the job as well. And I'm going to make sure to put the electric bottle capper in the description below. And if you see that I'm using like a wooden thing to put my label, this is called a label wizard. I found it on Amazon as well, because I was just scrolling on Instagram and saw someone else is using it. You can get it on Amazon. Label wizard is very useful. It helps keep your labels straight when you are putting your labels. Because if you are looking at my jars, if you don't use unless you are really good with putting labels, but it really helps keep your labels straight so that they are not crooked. And it also helps you do it with different bottles as well. So it's called a label wizard. I got that from Amazon. I'll make sure to have the link on the description below. I know I talk about social media and posting on social media for your launch, but what I've used for posting all my social media posts was Metrical. Metrical is very easy to use. What I used to do is what I still do until right now, I still take couple hours out of one day of the week and just batch my content, and after I batch all my content, save them and post them all on Metrical. One thing I have found that batching my content is very useful, because you can run out of space very easily from your phone. So while you record a bunch of videos, and I also use CapCut and I also use Canva. So what I record a lot of video, CapCut has a lot of templates. You can just insert your video in a template, put a text in it, put a hook, or do a voiceover, and you just schedule your videos on Metricool. One thing about Metricool is you cannot access your music library. I know now TikTok allow you to access your music library, but Metricool you cannot do that. But one thing is CapCut allow you to access your music library, but you can only make posting on TikTok if you have a business account. And you can also schedule posts on Instagram if you have a business account. So what I use for my social media strategy is I use CapCut, Canva, Metricool to schedule my posts, Instagram to schedule my posts, and I also use TikTok on a PC to schedule my posts as well. And guys, one very important thing that I want to mention, I know that you are seeing me working behind the scene and I am wearing gloves. When you are dealing with spice, or even though you are dealing with cosmetic product, use gloves. And one thing that I'm going to tell you guys, please change your gloves. I know a lot of people, when they are working behind the scene, they are putting gloves so they can show that they are very sanitarian, that they are following all the good procedure. But one thing about when you are using gloves is sometimes you don't change them. So if you don't change them, what are you doing? You are transferring bacteria, anything. You are transferring, you are doing cross-contamination, you are transferring things from one product to another. Then it's better to have your hand without gloves. That way you keep washing them often, which will be cleaner. But if you are using gloves, guys, make sure you change your gloves. And also, if you have your hair out and you are doing spice, anything that has to do with food, make sure you wear hairnet, have your hair tied up. If you are working with someone who have beard, make sure their beard is covered. Make sure everything is protected, because you are dealing with things that people gonna consume. You don't want to have bad thing on things that you receive. So make sure you always have your customer in mind, and make sure you always have your place clean. You might not have a warehouse, you might be working out of a room in your house, but as long as you keep it clean and sanitary, you should be okay. So make sure you change your gloves, make sure you wear the proper clothes, make sure you cover your hair. Okay guys, I know in the first part of the video I share all the tips that I follow to have a successful launch, and in this second part I shared with you where I get almost everything. I got my jars from webstore.com, my lid, my shrinking band, my small bottles. I got those small bottles, those are 5 ounces bottle. I got those from Amazon. I know I shared everything with you guys. So I have shared with you all the strategies that I had followed, that I am still following right now, all the strategies that I have followed to have a successful launch. I have shared the website with you guys, I have shared where I get my stuff with you guys, and for the grand reveal, guys, I followed all these strategies that I told you guys, and on the day of my launch we made $6,200. We made $6,200 in 4 hours. I was surprised because that was the most that I have made in my business for a month, and I was able to make that in a couple hours, guys. So it means that those tips work, and not only I was able to make that amount, I am still keeping a nice traffic on my website. I am making more sales weekly. I used to go a week and not making anything, so now I am making more sales. I am getting discovered by more people because I am posting more on social media. I make sure to post a video once a day. I use Metricool, I schedule my posts. I am keeping myself out there to always keep myself on my customers' mind and to get discovered. So we were able to make $6,200 in 4 hours. Guys, that's not it with the small business launch videos. In the next 3-part series, I'm going to show you guys how I package and ship my organic seasoning to my customers. I'm also going to share with you a lot of tips where I get my stuff, and I'm going to share with you guys and show you guys how I customize my boxes. One thing that I always wanted to do was customize my boxes, and I wanted to do it for cheap using online label, because when you customize your boxes, it raises brand awareness, it helps you get discovered because you never know where your package is gonna end up, and it also create a nice enthusiastic ways and create a lot of excitement for your customers, because when they receive your package, it's like opening a gift box. So I cannot wait to share all of that with you guys. So if you're interested and want to see how I package my seasoning to ship to my customers, please remember to turn on the notification bell, subscribe if you have not subscribed. If you have any question, recommendation, anything that I didn't cover that you need to know, please make sure you have them in the description below, and I will do my best to answer to you. And as always guys, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Cooking made easy.